Well, good day, my ladies and my gents. I thought I'd give a little bit of an update. Stuff I'm working on today and some stuff I got for Christmas from my family, which is kind of fun. Start off with, I am doing the 1960 Chevy Apache. This cool little buggy. And it comes with a straight six motor in it and kind of plain, so I thought I would, hey, I'm gonna put in a VCG 250 straight six, just a stock motor. And I got to looking at it. This is what Josh makes for it, and I got to looking at it, and a pickup this cool looking needs a little more oomph. But I don't have enough room to put a big block Chevy in it, not without some massive stuff to work on. So I opted for a VCG 283 small block, and I put on a supercharger kit that can go on the small block Chevy that Josh sells on his site. That's VCG Resins. Got a Muncie transmission with it, and get it back down here where it belongs. Whoops, don't drop it, stupid, you'll break it. But I thought that would be really cool, and it fits just inside the engine bay. Had to do some minor modifications to the frame, because the exhaust that I used comes out. This is the frame. The exhaust comes out right on top of this cross member, and I've had to take that cross down a little bit. It's kind of hard to see being all black and gloss, but I had to take a little bit out here to get it to where the exhaust will then come right out the bottom. I'm still debating if I want to just bring it out. This is the bottom of the cab, of course. Come out off over here to the side and come out as side pipes. If I want to run them all the way to the back. If I want to come up through the bed, kind of like truck, stack exhaust stacks. Haven't quite got that figured out yet, but I need to get the cab on the frame before I can put the motor in, because the motor is wider than these points. If I put it in now, I'll never get the frame, get the body on. So, okay. Got a little bit of work to do. I got some sanding and stuff like polishing to do before I put decals on. Kind of go with the red trim, as you can see by this little beauty. I'm pleased with this. I did this yesterday. It's of course the red trim with the in there. Didn't have any red material, so I opted for the orange. Yeah, why not? What fun. I got the VCG gear shift, the bomber gear shift in there. I got a 3-gauge pod and a VCG steering wheel. And the radio is a Gopher Racing decal. Kind of fun there. But the molded in detail is better than I've seen on some of them, but still not that great. But I just went ahead and went with it. I didn't feel like taking the time to cut it all out and add new stuff, and so I just painted that up. And still got a tachometer and a couple of speakers to go in there. And I got a bunch of these speaker sets that you can get on, I don't remember which they are. They're photo etch. I got mine on Hobby Link. Probably get them in a lot of different places, but that's kind of, I'm getting to the point I've got almost everything painted and ready to go. Okay, chapter 2. I needed to do a little bit of reorganizing here. My Christmas presents, what I got. I sent my little brother a wish list that I have on Hobby Link. It's, I don't know, 50 kits long. As a funny aside, one day when I was still trucking and I got laid over for a weekend, I decided to go through Hobby Link and get every single, or at least put on the shopping cart, every single kit that I could find that I wanted, even just a little bit. I came up to about $1,500 worth, but it was, a whole massive number of kits, maybe even $2,000. I don't remember now. So, and anyway, I put a bunch of them on wish lists, and I went through and pared it down and got rid of that shopping cart, of course, because I didn't want to spend that kind of money. But I've got a bunch of stuff on there, and I sent my little brother that. And what his family got for me, to start with, I have the 62 Impala. Okay, maybe it's not the best kit in the world, but it's a cool thing. I've got the hardtop version that I did a while back, painted it all black. It was one of my first attempts at anything other than showroom stock, and it came out okay. But I thought, okay, we'll do the convertible. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, if I'm going to do some stock or if I'm going to go a little nutty with it. I haven't decided yet. Then I got this little puppy. I'd been on the fence getting a tractor. Just something, something kind of fun, something cool, something different. And I've been looking at this. It's not that much. You can get it on Hobby Link for like, I don't know, 16 bucks. It's not that expensive, but I've just been on the fence with it. Am I going to get it? Am I not? Well, I don't know. So I just hadn't yet. And this is on it. And they got me this. And it's, I think, what is it? 4 inches long when it gets done. To give you an idea, here's an inch ruler. 4 inches is that long. It's just a little guy. But he's cute. And... so that's gonna be fun. Then I got, set it over here. And I also got flatbed, AMT flatbed trailer. Most of my 40 years trucking was flatbed, and this is indicative. This type with the tandem trailers or tandem axles was very indicative of what I started with early on. After a short while, I started with a company that started having spread axle trailers, and I only had 1 or 2 of these type later on, but that's kind of neat. It does come with actual chain, and it comes with some coils, but they're, the plastic, you paint them up. But that's something kind of fun to do with that. And then the one that kind of surprised me, get this one. My mom got me this. I've been wanting it for a long time. 50 bucks on Hobby Link. It's more, I think, like 65 on things like Model Roundup. And but it is a spread axle trailer. That's what, if you ever hear somebody talking about a 10-foot spread, this is 10 feet between here and here, and it has to do with laws regarding how much weight you can put on axles. If you have it like this, 10 feet or 10 to 11 feet, you can put 20,000 pounds per axle back here. If you have them together like the other kit, you can only put 34,000. This way you can put 40,000 back here, and you don't have to get quite as perfect on your loading to get the weight centered just right. But once you learn the trailer in your truck, you can actually wind up centering it to a point to where it rides real nice, but that takes practice. But this looks kind of like looks like it might be a utility type brand. I haven't really looked at it yet. So a little bit of backstory on this little bit here. Back in mid-2000s, I went to work for a little company out of Alabama hauling military equipment, and they paid us as independent contractors. And basically, it was a way of getting around IRS and laws about taxing and all of this, and they don't have to pay Social Security in, and they don't have to carry workman's comp insurance or even any insurance for that matter. All that we have to get ourselves. They basically pay us a gross wage. I got an LLC at the time, and it was the company that I was working for would pay the LLC, and then as the entity that was being employed, and then the LLC would turn around and pay me, the driver. It's a little bit of a protection thing. If God forbid something had happened and there was a wreck or something, and somebody decided they were going to sue me over it, they would need to go through the LLC in order to sue, so that the people couldn't go through and take my home or any of my possessions or anything like that. So just a little bit of protection to keep me from losing my home. And I've kept the LLC up over all this time, and so Mom thought it would be kind of neat and suggested that I build up a kit, probably one of the Peterbilt that I got, the Revell Peterbilt, and get that up together, and so it would be like the truck that if I were to go out and buy me one and kind of dress it up a little bit like I would want my truck to be dressed up a bit, that it would be just kind of something neat with my own company name on it. So we'll see how that works out. I've got Terry over at STS Decals putting together some custom logos and custom stripes for the Peterbilt to go on it, and some extra logos to go on the trailer. And can't wait to see what Terry comes up with. He has got some just fantastic, beautiful stuff. So we'll see what happens with all of that. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed my little rambles about plans and Christmas and whatnot. Thought I'd give a few shout outs because this is, end of the year and all, and thought I'd give some folks a bit of recognition, some of the friends I've made along the way, and some before and some since. I've started my little YouTube channel back in October. Up to over 400 subscribers now. I've been doing this just short of 3 months now, and I'm taken aback. It's bless all of y'all. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to this old fart. Kind of forced out of trucking altogether because of injuries and company closures and whatnot. To have so many of y'all decide that you want to listen to an old man ramble about his newfound passion, that thank you. I appreciate it. It is much appreciated. You have no idea. So, but my buddy Josh, VCG Resins, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for all the stuff that you've provided that's allowed me to do so much of this and kind of get me out of my safe zone of doing things box stock and get a little adventurous. And I got some real big adventures planned up for the future if I get things going out. But Josh, thank you, buddy. Happy New Year. I hope everything gets to going right with the shop. And right now, Josh has got things kind of offline for the moment. He needs to spend a little bit more time with his family. He really does. He's a one-man operation. He's basically everything from CEO to chief bottle washer. And he's kind of start cranking up for full production around another couple of days. He's going to start up to try to get things stocked back up so that he can, when he opens the store, we can go back to buying without having, oh my God, he's out of stock of everything again, because he can't keep up with the demand, because he does good stuff. He really does. And I'm eagerly awaiting some of what he comes up with. Terry over at STS Decals, beautiful work. Can't wait to see what you come up with on the on those logos for the truck. That's gonna be something. Y'all go check him out. He does some beautiful work. Tim, Box Stock Garage, thank you, man. I appreciate the info, appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. Yeah, it means. Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop. Great stuff, man. Thank you again for the kind words. And same with Tiffany over at Dirt Road Cinderella. Got some cool stuff going on there, girl. It looks really neat. So, just wanted to say thank y'all for the friendship, for the kind words, for the support. It really is an amazing place we got here. And so I probably rambled on longer than I needed to for today, so I'm gonna go ahead, and I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone watching has a happy and prosperous new year, and that everything goes along according to plan, and I will see you in 2025 to be Tex. Signing out.